Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Thank you for no spoilers. I greatly appreciate it. And now we can interact with them. What up, dude? A crisis emerges, yet the tribal leaders bicker endlessly. Hi there. What are you doing here? You want me to pronounce that? Tenochtzitoc. Tenochtzitoc. Let Tenochtzitoc bring his talking stick over and let it meditate the discussion. Mediate, I think. Wait, Tenno who? Tenochtzitoc, no longer to any tribe yet, his fury still burns unquenched. When he sets foot on the path of fate, the first to come forward and receive him was the great runner, Wanjiru. Wanjiru, what are you talking about? Wanjiru. This was a moment that left no trace in the annals of history. At the very instant those two met, Wanjiru followed without so much as a backward glance, as if startled by some unseen force. What's going on? Who's he talking to? Whoa. His suspicions, I'm just going to say his or whatever, because it's kind of hard to pronounce. Suspicion surged as he glanced around and he spotted a snaggletooth child lurking by the side of the road. The child has been the one to scare off poor Wanjiru. Snaggletooth child. Hey, Paimon, have you know? Her teeth are in perfect condition. She even smiles. Okay, that's kind of funny. The insolent child provoked Wanjiru and even went so far as to bare her teeth, an act of utmost sacrilege. He was filled with rage. Brother speaking in ancient Paimon, sorry if she disturbed you. Please don't be filled with rage. With but a single word, the valorous veteran frightened the churlish child nearly to tears. And every warrior knows his truth. To forgive the enemy with flowers is to loose an arrow into one's own heart. And so the last survivor of Tenochtzitoc raised his club, brandished it at the rocks and prickly pears, and declared, "Let my stick talk bloody sense into this brat." Yeah, so I figured I would give him an accent anyway, so I thought it'd fit. There will be no fellings of any Paimon unless you get past me. Oh, golden-haired child appeared. The Tenno will teach her the might of heavens and the earth. Oh, so we get to fight. Okay. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, so just like before, it's just like the other two. I don't have an F, so...
Let's light it up! Teamwork is strength!
Hold on, Lumion.
Carving waves!
That's and big damage. 110. Yeah. Alright, that's some random. Who are you? Yeah, lesser version. I'm Taylor Softly. I'm Pookley. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that. I'm Pookley, the entertainment supervisor at the resort, but that can wait. No one's hurt, are they? He's hurt. Quite right, too. He deserves it for attacking us out of nowhere like that. Our tenant was wounded in both body and heart. The joyous battle has been halted, leaving him unfulfilled. Like a brief storm, a faint thunderclap, half a hiss of flames, a thin pall of smoke. The last survivor of Tenochtzitoc swung his stone club with fury, rendering heaven and shattering earth, the volcano in his heart about to erupt. Did he hit himself on the head with his own club or something? If anyone's going to erupt here, it should be us. It's a very long story. I need to take him back to this hut to rest. I'll explain everything later. Hut's not far from here. We can meet back up there. What a goofy dude. Yeah, and I am really trying with these pronunciations. Some of them escape me. It's usually better when these are voiced. Especially with this one, because we've heard this one a couple of times. I'm pretty sure it's like Tenochtzitoc. Something pretty close to that. Alright, let's go find them. I tell you what, if it's a bit of him acting like his character, he's definitely doing quite well with it. Yeah, and that's why I'm kind of sad I missed out on a couple of the good ones. I didn't watch The Castle with Fischl. And there was another one where we went back to the archipelago. Those two I did miss. I would have liked to see the castle one. I could definitely see it on YouTube, but But yeah, the other ones have been hilarious. Here he is. Anything of note? Person over there. I spy my little eye something breakable. Let's go take a look. I bet it's quest related. Yeah, I knew it! What do you mean? I saw the rocks first. I'll do that after, because I'm doing this quest. Alright, let's talk to these guys. He's gone all quiet. What's up with him? I'm sorry for the inconvenience, dear guest. His name is Popar. He's one of our on-site actors. Okay, that makes sense. On-site actors? They're quite common in these parks nowadays. Members of the staff will role-play as characters and interact with the visitors. Yeah, he's definitely really good with what he's doing. Huh, so you're saying this guy was just acting? Oh, that's why he's got that job. Pretty much in the bag. Yes, but also no. Please allow me to explain. We've stationed actors around the theme resort to enhance the immersive experience for our guests. These actors are in character as members of the tribe that once lived here, the Tenochtzitoc. There was once a great hero from this tribe known to all of Natlan who was named Tenoch. Tenoch, so this was his home? Then Tenoyo Watson. I'm just going to call him Tenoyo. And Tenoyo was a respectful title given to Tenoch. It means the honored heart of Tenochtzitoc. The idea was for Popar to perform in encounters with other heroes, and even to allow guests to test their own martial prowess. Okay. Lately though, something's gotten into him. He's been acting erratically and nobody can get through to him. You've seen it yourselves. It's like he's reciting a script. What script? It's more like he's writing himself into every scene. In any case, please accept my sincerest apologies for this mess. I'll have to suspend this attraction until the matter is resolved. Please come back with me, dear guests. We'll make sure to properly compensate you for the trouble caused. And what about this Tenoyo fellow? Yeah, if he runs into some other tourists, he might not get off so easily. You're right, but please don't worry. I'll make sure to take care of everything. A tragedy most heartbreaking. The lonesome Tenoyo has yet to fulfill his duty, but now he was beset by baffling cacophonous. I don't see that word often. Cacophonous. I think that's how you pronounce it. Beset by baffling cacophonous interlopers. He could no longer bear witness to such a ridiculous sight, so he pushed aside the three fools who blocked his way and continued onwards, stone club across his shoulder, to traverse the treacherous unknowns ahead. He don't even have a stone club. Wait, he's getting away. Not if I can help it. Oh, jeez. Okay. Uses a blow dart against him. Poor dude. Whoa, sneak attack. Sorry, Papar, but it's time for you to take a nap. I promise we'll find a way to get you better. Have you asked the doctor to check him out? Maybe he's just gone a little, loopy? Of course I looked for him. I chased him from Easybreeze Market to Wavy Bay. Sure seems dangerous. Oh, right. He was babbling about one Jiru just now. Do you think this might have something to do with the story of the 6 heroes of Natlan? Surely that was just another memorized line, right? Yeah, but he sounded like he was talking to someone. Long Jiru. This was a moment that left no trace in the annals of history. Yeah, so we already talked about this. Yeah, it's like there was an invisible actor there or something. And he said Paimon scared him off. Visible? Well, I have heard some rumors about hidden spirits lurking around these parts. Oh, maybe the Asha. Maybe Papar has gotten himself mixed up in something dangerous. I should find a shaman to help. There we go. Is that perfect? There should be plenty of tourists from the Masters of the Nightwind at the resort. As it happens, a young shaman did check into the resort this morning, but it doesn't feel right to bother guests with this sort of thing. That's fine, we'll bother her. In any case, I'll investigate the rumors regarding the hidden spirits first before deciding what to do. Since you got no other leads, why not let us help out? You go dig around for those rumors, and we'll help you look for the shaman. That's much too kind of you. I wouldn't know how to make it up to you two guests if they were to spend their vacation on something like this. It wouldn't be a very relaxing vacation if you left this problem unresolved. Exactly. If we wait around, things might get worse. And we've got lots of friends at the resort. It'd be bad if they ran into the Tenochtzitoc guy. So, hey, we'd be more than happy to help. Point us in the direction of the shaman, and we'll bring him over in a jiffy. Okay, then. You have my sincerest gratitude. Sincerest. The shaman arrived this morning, and I'm told he's an up-and-coming hotshot in the Masters of the Nightwind. I'm guessing he's probably wandering around the hill in the northernmost part of Wavy Bay. Then that's where we're headed. We'll be right back. Okay, so maybe not Lonely. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Don't know why they're referring to her as a he. It's just a hop and a skip. Let me think. I think I am actually going to use Nefa just in case. Don't really need to, but yeah. I don't need the
Please select target for cleanup.
full Bennett. Full benefits of Bennett. Alright, Vortex, you are good. Definitely a very curious actor.
Woohoo!
Let's see. No, that's not Sitlali. I guess this is somebody else. Ayla. Okay. Hello, you two. Something the matter? Ah, the great hero, traveler, and Paimon. How fortunate am I to cross paths with you here. You look familiar. Have we met before? Have you forgotten I'm Layla, that spirit duffer? Oh, that's... Okay, yeah. You, Master Auroron, and the great summon Sitlali once saved my life. Yeah, this was a way back. Later recounts an event that happened not too long ago when you helped a member of the Masters of Nightwind return his lost spirit to his body. Yeah, so this was an event that we had with Sitlali and Auroron. It introduced... I think it was the intro to... Auroron? Or Sitlali? Yeah, it's the one where we get Calamity of Eshiel, the sword. Oh, it's you. You're looking healthy, Layla. Paimon almost didn't recognize you with your hat on. But, did you say Master Auroron? Yes, I did. I'm currently studying the mystic arts under Master Auroron's tutelage. And does Aurora know about this? Well, it's something of a one-sided teaching relationship. So he doesn't even know he's your teacher? What kind of student are you, then? As somebody who used to be a spirit duffer, if Lolly hadn't saved me, the Roron hadn't taught me, there's no way I could have ever become a shaman. If a teacher is like a gardener, I'd gladly be one of their carrots. I'll let them water me with knowledge. Okay. Traveler, do you really think we can rely on this guy? Maybe. Come again? I couldn't hear that very well. Oh, Paimon was just saying how nice it is to run into an old friend. Master often calls me friend as well, but I won't have it. Master is master, and master's granny is master granny. That's just how things are. As for you, most venerable traveler, I know that you are friends with the great shaman Sitlali, which makes you my master granny too, of course. I'm afraid it would be discourteous of me to address you simply as friend. Hey, welcome back. Sounds like Paimon you picked up a lot more than the mystic arts from Auroron. Okay, let's just get back to business. Yeah, we're actually here to ask for your help, Layla. Okay, bye. Help for me? Rest assured, good masters, whatever task you entrusted me, I shall fulfill it to the best of my abilities. A lot of odd stuff. I see. So you think he's being possessed? That's right. What's your take on the situation? Easybreeze Holiday Resort is indeed a location with vibrant spiritual energies. I could sense that as soon as I arrived, so it wouldn't be amiss to assume that some invisible entity could have been involved. Can you take me to that spot with the swing you mentioned earlier? I'd like to confirm a few things. Sure thing, Layla. We'll show you the way. Now I have to cough. This is the spot. Just as I thought. What is it? I truly was held back by apical dominance. Huh? Apical what now? It's a botanical phenomenon. Oh, those flowers that we've actually encountered before. The stems of some vegetables grow incredibly quickly and absorb a large amount of nutrients, impeding the growth of lateral buds and leaves. If you want to encourage more foliage, you have to remove the apical bud at the top of the stem. Master Auroran said that I was once held back by my spirit duffer problems. That is, until I found a way to clip it off the top. And then... unwitting, I And then I blossomed into a healthy vegetable and with lush and verdant foliage. Okay. Tevata Layla, you do remember why we're here, right? Of course. It might sound like I'm going off topic, but I was just trying to say that I've discovered some traces of spiritual energy. Yeah, it's kind of. I think it was because of where we were. They're weak and very, very faint. An ordinary shaman might have walked right by without noticing a thing. But I'm no ordinary shaman anymore. Thanks to Master Auroran, I've grown into a plant to be proud of. Oh, this dude. Layla, can you please drop the vegetable metaphors and focus on the matter at hand? You'll have plenty of time to think about stems and buds after we solve this mystery. Ah, yes, of course, just as Master Granny said. The afflicted actor conversed with some kind of presence here. I'm going to use my clairvoyance and try to follow these faint traces of spiritual energy. It might be possible to glimpse the presence's true form. But first, I need to prepare something very important. What are you doing? Okay. There we go. Carrots? What sharp eyes you have, Miss Grant, really. These are indeed carrots, and this is a carrot ring, but they're not for eating. This is a medium of divination that will help with clairvoyance. In my tribe, everybody has their own unique method of divination. Some use graffiti, others use smoke or water, I use vegetables. Oh, that's novel, but does it actually work? Master once told me, do not underestimate the humble vegetable. It is the eyes and ears of the earth, born of the soil, gifted with its spirit and blood. It bears the symbols and memories of the land. The court of carrots shall decide your fate. Let the mighty be carrot. Every time you eat vegetables, it's like suckling at the teat of Mother Tibet, sharing in the histories and mysteries passed down through generations. That's why we eat vegetables and not grass or leaves. Ugh, Paimon's never eating another vegetable as long as she lives. She'd rather eat slimes. That's a pity, Paimon. You could have had the chance to grow your wisdom. Please just continue with whatever you're doing, Layla. I won't say anything ever again. Feel free to speak your mind, Master Paimon. Thank you for allowing me to share my knowledge with you both. Can you please just start already? Of course. Here, Paimon. And you too, Master Granny. Put your hands on my shoulders. It will help you see. Is this safe? I've gleaned from the spiritual traces that the hidden presence is neither powerful nor violent, so yeah, I think it's quite safe. I'm ready. Alright, let's get started. Alright. Carrot ring, carrot ring, make visible these unseen things. Of course. Show me, where is their grave? Carrot ring, make visible these unseen things. Show me, where did they fall? Please allow me to see. It's an Asha. Okay, symbol for Masters of the Night Wind. Oh. Okay, and somebody else. I swear, if that's who I think it is... How did things turn out this way? Oh man, my head hurts. Are you okay, Layla? I'm fine, but I'm afraid I reached my limit. Did you see that? Truly remarkable, I dare say. It was like a dream. What does it all mean? All I know is that the Asha on the swing is probably the spirit you're looking for, although I'm not sure how it gained the ability to hide itself. Moreover, the spiritual energy traces belong to more than just one Asha, which lines up with what we saw. There must be several of them nearby. Are they the cause of the problem? It's hard to say, but it's likely that actor started to lose control of himself because he was affected in some way by the Asha's departure. If we can track down those Asha, we should be at least to calm them down. So that's how it is. Vegetables aside, looks like you've learned some real skills, Layla. I have to work hard not to tarnish Master's good name. What about the ones we saw later on? I too am more concerned about what we saw afterwards. The fabric those Asha were gathering around. It looked a lot like the woven scrolls we used in the Masters of the Night Wind. And that mysterious place it appeared later, along with a strange figure standing in the carrot ring. It all felt very familiar somehow, but I'm not sure why. That's okay. We can think about that stuff later. For now, we have leads that could help that Tenochtzitoc guy. Right, but Paimon, Master Granny, I think I'll excuse myself from now. Huh? Why? The truth is, I feel a little uneasy. Didn't you just say you'd grown into a vegetable Auroron could be proud of? Indeed, but even the carrots are whispering warnings. When the field is filled with crops, frost will come to claim them. That sounds serious. The great shaman Sitlali instructed me to come to Tenochtzitoc to relax, but she also told me to let her know if things started to get strange. Sitlali sent you here? Aren't you on vacation? Whether this is vacation or not depends entirely on the whims of the aforementioned Frost. Right now, all I want to do is rush back to Master's greenhouse. Okay, you're starting to make Paimon feel nervous now. Fear not, Paimon. The tallest vegetables are always the first to fall to frost. You should be safe for a while. Oh, and speaking of vegetables, you can keep these carrots. Hooray! Now that the divination's over, they turn into spirit mediums for the Asha. Just sprinkle some of their juice into your eyes and you'll be able to see the invisible Asha. That should help you track them down. Okay. Thanks, Layla. I should be the one thanking you. It's an honor to be able to help you out, Master Granny. I'll be going now. Take care and good luck with your search. And there he goes. You think he was overreacting? No need to worry. If things go wrong, there are plenty of vegetables taller than us in this garden. Paimon feels a little better hearing you say that. Let's go back to the hut. Check out our guy. Paimon hopes that what we learned about the Yasha will come in handy. If she didn't show up then, I'm betting at one point Sitlali will show up. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm pretty lore heavy with this quest. And the guy that showed up, the one in the robes, reminded me of... I can't remember what his name was, but the previous name that he did use was Enjo, and that is a character we have seen multiple times. So I'm going to bet he might have something, maybe partially to do with this. I don't know. And Tenoyo's gone. Oh boy. Oh, there he is. The second to come forward and embrace Tenoyo was the brave Menelik. That's right. The third was the cunning Sanhaj Kompore. The fourth was the young Burkina, and the fifth was Sanjata. Popar, what do you want to do? You can't go looking for them now. They've been gone for hundreds of years. The sixth would go down with Tenoyo was a nemesis from his youth, the giant Tupac. How am I supposed to explain to your mother how you ended up like this? Whoa, he's awake. Ah, you're back. Oh, don't worry, he's just reciting lines again. Yeah, it is quite a bit, because we're talking about the past 6 heroes. The witch doctor's sedatives are very effective. His erratic behavior earlier was probably due to something agitating him. Oh, that's a relief. Anyway, Pukli, we found a shaman, and he told us what to do. So it was all because of the Asha? Wow, that's a surprise, but knowing that should make things easier. Easier? How? The resort's huge. How are we supposed to track down a bunch of invisible Asha? Yeah, I'll handle that. I'll get my staff to investigate supernatural occurrences around the resort. Things like empty swings moving on their own. That way, we might just find our invisible Asha. Sounds like a plan. Given our lack of knowledge on the Asha, this is our only choice right now. Yeah, those Asha are really strange. They look like Monatu, but their colors are way more vibrant, and they seem to be smarter. That's one way of looking at it, but it might be more helpful to think of them as having a soul. Oh, true. In Tenochtzitoc culture, the word Asha has two meanings, one of which roughly translates to benevolent soul. Many believe that Asha are Monatu with a soul, and that's why they're smarter and more approachable. Oh, Paimon gets it. So what's the other meaning? Paimon bets it's got something to do with the spirit of summertime that embodies this resort. It's not a bad guess, but the second meaning is actually something closer to ashes. Oh. I know what it's referring to. Ashes? Yes, ashes blown over from the Marjavari. Yeah. So the Asha are connected to the Marjavari? You may not know this, but there is a vast tract of land to the west of Tenochtzitoc that was once the Marjavari. It is a place of sorrow born from the abyssal invasion. Warriors were reduced to dust, their souls imprisoned and bound to the land. That is, until the whole Marjavari mysteriously vanished about 20 years ago. It was around that time that the Asha first appeared. Naturally, people made the connection to the Marjavari. No wonder they're so willing to approach the people of Natlan. They're all caught up in the legend of the Marjavari. Hey, traveler, Paimon just thought of something. When Leyland showed us a strange place just now, it looked like the place we went to search for Bennett before. You don't think... Yeah, that's what I was getting at, too. There I go, getting sidetracked. I'm going to focus on Papar first. Give me a day and I'll round up all the locations where the invisible Washer might show up. What are you going to do about him? I plan to let him stay here for now. He might get unnecessarily stimulated if he leaves this familiar environment. The resort also has designated this a restricted area, so rest assured that no tourists will accidentally come wandering by. Oh, that's good. Papar attacked us, but we won't hold it against him. We'll find a way to cure him for sure. And so, Tenochtzitoc gathered allies from the 6 great tribes, glittering like the flames of roaring wildfire. They crashed into the mountains of darkness. Now, stay strong, Papar, even in your imaginary quest to be a hero. Oh, man, there is a lot of lore with this one. Huh. Very interesting. And we pretty much switch to the next day. Why did it do that? Very odd. It's about time. Let's go to Reception and find Pukli. Yeah, once again, if I'm getting the pronunciations for these names, I do apologize. I do try my best with some of them. It usually helps to have these lines voiced. That way we can actually hear what they're supposed to sound like, but this one isn't, so I kind of have to guess. Alright, so let's see what he has to say. Ah, you're both here. Hey, Pukli, any news? Surprisingly, no. Although I did come across some suspicious information. It dates back to when we were planning the construction of Easybreeze Holiday Resort. Workers near the Tenochtzitoc huts often complained that their materials had gone missing. Pretty sure if you press L3 R3 on a time skip quest, you won't have to do the whole time thing yourself. Yeah, I believe that was an update where I think it was supposed to automatically go to the time you're skipping to as well. I could probably try it. Yeah. The missing materials were soon found in the wilderness nearby, but no one ever admitted to moving them. There were also rumors of workers being frightened by water rippling when there was no wind, or wild bees being spooked for unknown reasons, all around the same area. Wow, that sounds like the work of Invisible Asha, but why'd they only show up in one area? I also found it strange. Maybe there's something special near the huts? Sounds like we better conduct some field work. Let me mark the locations on your map. In the meantime, I'll head to the huts and check on my staff. Yeah, so that was one of the updates for 5.8, is that when we were doing quests that involved, hey, travel to the next day, they were supposed to have it set to, like, automatic. Like, it would automatically choose the next one. Precedent. I don't know if it was for that expected one. Oh, nice. Yeah, when it comes to my birthday, there isn't anybody in here that doesn't have mine. There's only one that comes close. Let me... Yeah, because that reminds me, who is it? Let me double check. No. Close. Who was it? Another pretty close one. Yeah, by the way, Klee and Kuki Shinobu have the same birthday, 7/27. Fun fact. guess that was the closest. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Izo. Yeah, definitely a lot of July birthday characters, which is hilarious. Yeah, if you think about it, it was definitely a pretty good birthday present, getting her as a character. Alright, yeah, so we get a little bit of trip. Oh, that is right where the local legend is. Oh boy. Oh boy. Do we have to fight the local legend? No, probably not, because we have the quest active. Burst, capture, and radiance. Oh wait, that's not the local legend, never mind. This was the marker for this. Or... Huh? Oh, never mind, he was right here. That's where the local legend is. I gotta change these markers then. I need the other ones. There. Take that one. Alright. Oh yeah, I would believe so. Oh, cutscene. Here we go. According to Pukli, the hidden Asha should be somewhere around here. I guess it means it's time to use Layla's magic carrots, right? Let's give it a try. Smells fresh and yummy. Hey, look, there's an Asha right there on the lake. Whoa, Paimon can't believe those carrots actually worked. I don't see anything. Oh, there it is. Alright. Okay, so it seems like we have to cover it in paint. That's what Paimon just said. Oh, I was gonna say, don't get stuck, dude. I don't need to deal with that again. It looks really happy. It's playing hide and seek. Yeah, so for those lines, I'll probably just skip them because they actually go quite fast. Okay, so there is... I see another one here. The only way to travel. Alright, so number 3. Haha! I'll go ahead and run away. I'll just catch up. Here we go. Kapow! Here, hold this.
Annihilation mode. Defensive mode engaged.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I pulled any characters on my birthday. I would have to check the character archive. I'll check that after this. Looks like this is the last one nearby. They seem to like us a lot, huh? They're not scared at all. Time to head back to the hut. There she is. Huh? Traveler? Paimon? Sitlali! What are you doing here? I'm just as surprised as you two. But it's a welcome surprise. I'm happy to see you too, Sitlali. Were you also invited to the resort to kick back and relax? If I wanted an easy breezy day, I'd have just stayed in bed. Are you just acting cute? Oh, so you're here because of Layla, I take it. Sharp as always. Layla told me everything he saw. Everything points towards the Marjavari. So it's really the Marjavari? But didn't it, disappear? If it had really disappeared, then it shouldn't be possible to perceive it in any way. I suspect that it was hidden by some kind of power, Venti, which would explain why Layla could see it. But enough of that. I'm not here for the Marjavari either. My main target's a person who shut up in Layla's clairvoyance. Oh, yeah, the guy that we saw. Oh, so you know who they are then? Do you remember that time we helped Layla get his spirit back? The whole time he was being tricked by that Kokuchu guy. Yeah, I knew it. It's Enjo again. If I'm not mistaken, it was he that Layla saw during his ritual. So I looked into this guy and found out he once escaped from Kanish while using the name Sanka. Yeah. Turns out he's one slippery rat. Kanish even told me that you've crossed paths with him before. Yeah, Enjo. We've crossed paths. Wait, there's no way. Yeah, I knew it. Enjo, is that his real name? It could be another alias. Whatever he's called, he's a clerk who works for the Abyss Order. He's great at lying and great at slipping away. Are you gonna catch him, Ollie? Oh, see, he's an Abyss Order goon. Well, we can't let him get away now, can we? Brad, you should have known you don't mess with an old lady's pride, yet that lousy fiend took me for a fool. Just you wait. Granny Itzley's gonna make you regret the day you were born. Hey, Ollie, is everything okay? You were making a really scary face. Do you still have the stuff I left you with last time? Stuff? Traveler, maybe we should take a look. That's right, the relic. Wow. Alright, it's still in good condition. Now the other one. Yeah, we had gotten these from the event, and that's the map of the Marjavari. Wow, that's a relief. I was worried Enjo might have swiped him from you. That great big liar wouldn't dare show his face around us. Anyway, be careful. He's lurking somewhere nearby. He is? How could you be so sure? He may have gotten away from us last time, but I made sure to leave a mark on him. That way I can track the rat no matter what hole he decides to crawl into. As long as he's nearby, I'll be able to sense him. I had a vague sense of where he was from the moment I set foot on the resort. I never expected to bump into you two while tracking him, though. So you're saying he's nearby? Yes. Unfortunately, the mark only gives me a rough guide to where he is. Otherwise, I'd have caught him already. We should work together, Traveler. I get a sense that Enjo might have something to do with that employee's strange behavior. Awesome, with Ollie here, there's nothing to fear. Yeah, even the Asha agree. I knew it was Enjo. I knew it when I saw that dude. Yeah, we've run into him several different times over the past few years.
I'll keep this close.
Alright, so let's double check the character archive. So I'm not entirely sure if I ever did. I want to say maybe, but I'm not entirely sure. Way back in February. May. 21st.
Benny's adventure.
Let's see. Go home to Luke. I got her on the 11th. That was kind of a surprise. Let's see. On the 3rd. 21st, back in 2021. I'm assuming I didn't. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, on the 11th again. Same day I got Chi-Chi. Yeah, I guess I haven't. Alright, head to the hut. Yeah, because we gotta check on Tenoyo. Let's go quick here.
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Alright, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. Yeah. We're good friends, Popper. Papar, my mother's a good friends too. We promised to build a resort together. How am I supposed to face in with you like this? If your mother gets ticked off, she'll get my mother ticked off, and then I'll be in the firing line. If that happens, you better believe I'm going to make it your problem as well. So, for the sake of our mothers, could you at least answer me and let me know you're listening? Aww. As Tenoyo gazed upon the vast burning plains, a turbid black tide wailed up on the horizon. Alright, I guess I should tell you how our father's appearing. Hold on. Ah, you're awake? It's that old lady. Rude. Papar, what is it? What old lady? Silence. Hold them off outside. If you get any closer, the next time you'll be seeing our mothers from the inside of a coffin. Okay. Master Pookley, we're here. Wait, what's going on? You look terrified. Papar, he's awake, and he called my mother an old hag. There's something wrong. His illness has gotten worse. Huh? We better go check on him. That we can do. So this is that out of sorts employee? Hey you, close up. Whoa. Are you sure? Well, the costume anyway. It's definitely not one of the resort staff. Is this Enjo? Last chance. Get rid of that disguise or I'll make you wish you did. Hold on. Something's not right. Lonely steps forward and tears away the costume, but there's nobody inside. All she's left with is a noticeably costume with traces of lingering warmth. Are you kidding me? He's got away. Was it Enjo? What's going on? Was Tenoyo hollow on the inside? No, there was someone in this costume, alright, but it looks like they slipped away just before we got here. Ah, darn it. It must have been Enjo. I can sense the aura on my mark on him. Wait, so the Tenoyo we just met just now was Enjo in disguise? How long has he been playing us along? Probably since the very beginning. Wait, if that's not Papar, then where's Papar? Oh, Archons, I deserve the scolding our mothers are going to give me. Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this. Ah, I can't believe Enjo tricked us again. We have to catch him. Traveler, it seems he fled in a hurry. My arrival probably threw him off, which means he might have abandoned some things around the camp. Then let's get searching for clues. Oh, this dude. That old hag says she's even more of a nuisance than I am. I swear, the lore that's just behind this one NPC. Guess I'll have to wait and see how things pan out. And I'm pretty sure that is also an alias too. I am really curious as to who that really is. We could see Enjo over the past several years, but we can't see, like, Jet. Ridiculous. Okay, investigative secret port cave. There's a couple of X's and it has a circle. There was a cave behind the waterfall. That's where the waterfall is. I did find that. Just before we did some of this. Gigantic beast that appeared on the western side of the island 500 years ago. Accompanied by Bakunawa? Oh, hello. And that a control creation identified as one of Gold's. Ooh. Rhine daughter, I believe. That once attacked and swallowed parts of her body, lacking in intelligence and actions is fully devoted to an instinct to devour, is capable of infinite growth, and is functionally immortal. However, unlike Rendaughter's other creations, its immortality does not stem from the power of life, but rather a more transcendent form of abyssal power that may be beyond even our Order's understanding. Yeah, so this is really interesting. We are going to be seeing this monster later on. So it is kind of cool. We're actually seeing bits and pieces of that one. Let me just do something real quick. Lonnie, I don't exactly need you for the moment.
What's the news?
What's the news is that I'm going to grab a photo. There we go. Thank you. No extant records show how the March Mario could have disappeared. It seems that all related information was erased alongside the Sea of Ash itself. The only speculation that remains comes from ancient legends. Thousands of years ago, a troop wandered through the lands for flutes and swords, for harps and bows, performed for guests and also for foes. Okay, Venti. Once traveled through the desert, they also set foot in the blazing March of Ari. Mainstream history dictates that the March of Ari only appeared 500 years ago. Assuming the records of this ancient troop in their heyday are accurate, may suggest that a temporal disruption phenomenon occurred in the March of Ari. Yeah, so it's talking more about time, and we have learned bits and pieces of some of the character trailers, I believe, with Alice and Nicole. And, who was it? The Shades, I believe? I want to say Astaroth? And her being linked to Venti. Yeah, so it was the Shades. Yeah, one of the Shades had the power of time, and Venti has a tiny bit of that power. That we know of. We found 3 reports, and they were all incredible. About Bakunawa. Yeah, it's interesting how we're actually getting stuff on this. Easteroth, okay, yeah. Of all the abyssal monsters that attacked Natlan 500 years ago, Bakunawa was the most terrifying. It was said that he had devoured entire villages of tribespeople that could not be killed. Even when it was beheaded or had its body chopped into pieces, the remains would somehow continue to grow, seeking each other out and eventually forming a new, revitalized Bakunawa. What in the... How was it finally defeated then? It was probably sealed. Through Tenochtitoc's sacrifice, he let Sanhaj perform phlogiston engraving on his body in order to unleash the power of border spells. Then Tenochtitoc's allowed himself to be eaten by the beast. With Tenochtitoc's body as a ritual offering, Sanhaj summoned a miniature Night Kingdom inside Bakunawa's belly. Okay. The clash between the powers of the Abyss, the Lord of the Night, and Tenochtitoc's spirit in Bakunawa's body led to a violent explosion that shattered the monster into innumerable pieces. Yeah, even so, some believe it never truly died and that its rebirth was merely suppressed by the chaotic energies unleashed in the blast. Wow, what a way to go. If the right conditions were met, the beast's remains could potentially still grow into a new Bakunawa once more. Yeah, so they hint at that. We found 3 reports. So here's number 2, March of Ari. Angel failed to uncover the mystery of the March of Ari's disappearance, which is good news for us. But his hypothesis is a little hard to believe. Yeah, because I'm trying to remember. I think there are very few amount of people know that Venti was involved with the disappearance of the March of Ari. think... I can't remember if Lumine, Aether, and Paimon know that. Or they do. I know it's a very, very select amount of people that do know that. I want to say maybe. Because he was talking about it at the end of the resort quest. Because we did talk to him. I'll probably have to go back and check. It seems that Enjo memorized our map after he snuck a peek at it. This is his redrawing of it. Judging by the markings, he must have found his destination. Blech. So why didn't he do anything? He just wasted his time out here putting on a show. Given the cunning he's displayed so far, I doubt he did so without purpose. His act must have been necessary for him to break through certain obstacles. And now that we read all 3 reports, what should we do next? Let's go to the place marked on the map. Yeah, to the waterfall, I believe. Yeah, back there. Good idea. Looks like we're pretty close. You just have to figure out what the Abyss Order is up to. Well, let's head out. Yeah, so I was right. This was a part of it. Yeah, so if you didn't come over here before, there was a breakable rock. And Paimon comments on the rock. Yeah, so now we can head on inside. Yeah, it's very interesting. I am very surprised that they're actually talking about Bakunawa this early, because we haven't seen that yet. Okay, we got some Tenebrous type monsters. Now, I do have Shalonen too, so this will help.
Hold that pose!
Oh, I was just going for a press.
Say cheese!
Okay, the effect of the Hydro. Thank you, Brigitte.
A reward on the road.
I don't see anything else. Yeah, this is another one of those tapestries. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Ugh. Looks like we reached the end. What's this? It looks familiar. Yeah, because I could just get a Hydro. That's a Mystic Hearts implement from the Masters of the Nightwind, but how did it end up here? Paimon thinks we've seen those around. It can transport us to other places, right? That's correct. That tribespeople use them to transport themselves to the Chamber of Weaving or the sacrificial altar of enigmatic land, but this one doesn't lead to either of those places, evidently. Where do you think it goes? The only people who would know where it leads are the spellcaster and anyone else who's used it. Unfortunately, it looks like this implement's too old to work. Yeah, so this one is definitely old. Too old? So old that its spirit has long since dissipated. I doubt that Enjo Brat could have found a way around this either. Is there any way to, replenish the spirit to make it work again? There is a way, but every spellcaster is like a different lock, each needing their own key to open. I'll have to figure out the structure of this implement's lock before we can get it up and running again. Just like that? Wow, Sitlali, you're amazing. Obviously, look at my name in the Nightwind Dictionary and you'll find 3 words. The real Shadil. Of course. Shadil? That doesn't sound like a real word to Paimon. Of course it is. It means a shaman who's the real deal. What about the definition of Roaron? A cult of sham? A shaman whose skills he cultivated? No, a shaman who cultivates vegetables. Of course. You didn't write this dictionary yourself, did you? Oh, she did. That's enough jokes for now. No, she did. Just give me a moment to look at... Wait, who goes there? We've followed? Whoever you are, come out with your hands up. Oh, the Asha. You scared Paimon half to death. She thought it was that awful Enjo guy. Odd. Why are there Asha following us? Maybe they like us? Pukli told us that Asha are the benevolent souls of the Marjavari. They're friendly sorts. You mean how benevolent soul is one of the ways to interpret the word Asha? I've heard that said before, but it doesn't solve the mystery of why they followed us all the way here. Hold on, I think I got it. Maybe they're not just being friendly. What else could it be? Oh, I wonder. Maybe they're after something we're carrying. If they are the benevolent souls of the Marjavari, it makes perfect sense for them to be drawn to it. Do the honors, traveler. Such as relic? Oh wow, the Asha are really happy. They must have seen Lolly take it out just now and followed us ever since. A reunion after all these years. Wow, what are they doing? Probably gonna power up that. Yep, called it. The implement. It's active again, but how? Aha, it seems the Asha were the key we needed for the lock. We might not know who left this implement behind, but the place it points to must have something to do with the Marjavari. Should we go and take a look around? Well, if you're both ready. We can't wait too long. That brat from the Abyss Order is going to catch up to us sooner or later. Yeah, so I'm thinking he probably was waiting for us. He probably knows about this tapestry. He was probably waiting for us to unlock it. Because I would imagine he was probably thinking of that. It's like, ooh, Sitlali's here. Wait a minute. He could probably unlock this. Alright, we'll set out as soon as you're ready. Yeah, I'm just going to double check the... Oh, Goose is on. All the messages. Alright, party.
Witness my magnificence!
Alright, now we're good. Alright. Are you ready? Sure, let's go. Bob's a little worried about this one, but okay, let's go. I just put a message in the chat, but I didn't see it. I have a feeling we're going to a certain place. Where in the world are we? I was unaware that such a place exists in that one. Paimon can't believe even Lolly doesn't know where we are. Blast, my connection to the Y-Ob's been severed. What does that mean? It means we're probably not in Natlan anymore. Huh? How? We were in the resort just a few seconds ago. I'd explain it if I could. Even though I can't sense the Y-Ob anymore, I could still sense the Night Kingdom's presence. This doesn't make sense. Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some answers. Better than standing around and gawking. Let's move, but be careful. Feel the Night Kingdom, but not the Y-Ob. Oh, finally back on controller. Nice. Alright, one moment. Alright. Nice, and welcome to the stream. Okay. Very interesting. Alright, so first off, where are we on the map? Far behind that statue, there is a chest. Are you talking about the one in front of me? Well, I did just get here, so we will be exploring. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably find it. And it seems like I cannot use a compass here. Just doing... Alright, area. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, and we have a tablet. Why did the old stone tablet? Most of its inscription is worn away. Cloak the enigmatic land, shroud this palace. Although the legacy of heroes may awaken. Shulabits. Okay. Regular water, so nothing too crazy. Interesting. You notice in each seat there's a weapon, so I'm guessing these are the heroes. And one of the weapons is missing. That's weird. There should be a weapon here, right? That's what I said. There were words carved on the back of the stone. It belonged to Sunhog. This is Sunhog's weapon? Where did it go? Could it be the relic? Let's put it here and see if it does anything. Yeah, doesn't the relic kind of look like a billet? Or a billet? 3D inscription. To the Bordermaster, Sunhog, Compore, his remains are buried here. Oh yeah, you still gotta do that. Yeah, because they kind of look like billets. Sort of. That's an odd looking one. Alright, time to place the artifact. Yeah, of course, and have a good weekend too. Thanks for stopping by. Look, the seat in the center, it's glowing. Traveler, do you want to try sitting on it? Well, when in doubt. Time to be teleported. Or turned into something. Traveler, Paimon, where are you? I called it. Traveler disappeared after she sat on the pedestal. Did she get transported somewhere else? It's too dangerous. I gotta follow her. Wait, no way. I'm the only one who knows what happened. I can't just rush in and after them. How do I pronounce that one? Sit middle? Sit middle? I don't know. That one's a tough one. I can't stray too far from me either. If we all get trapped inside, we're dead meat. But I can't just walk away. The abyss order rat could show up at any moment. I can't let him threaten a traveler in Paimon. This is bad. I have to find a way to inform Mawika, or at least leave a message that can be passed on to her. Oh my, I'm sorry to be a bother, but may I ask if this is a hotel or the Sacred Flame? What style of chairs it has? When it rains, it pours. Oh, speaking of. Oh my, could it be? The fearsome Granny Itzley, the one who's been chasing me everywhere. When did you get in the customer service industry? Abyssal rat, still running that red mouth of yours? Is this another one of your schemes? I admit that I can be somewhat loquacious, and I adore a good scheme as much as the next abyssal rat. But this is my first time visiting this tawdry establishment. I thought I'd be able to reach the Marjavari through that woven scroll. Who would have thought it would take me here? I guess this is what people meant when they say it's a small world. Oh my, I must be disturbing you during your shift, Granny Etzley. I shall take my leave. See yourself out. My, you're really letting a perfectly good customer go? Won't this look bad for your key performance indicators? Granny doesn't have time to entertain you right now, so please get your sorry hind out of my sight. Of course, of course. I don't suppose this has anything to do with the traveler's mysterious absence. We're old friends, you know, me and her. I just thought I should say hello, seeing as I'm here. Or perhaps I could draw your attention to her familiar scent left behind on that chair over there. Might I investigate? Wow, scent? Guess I was wrong about you. Rather than the rat, you appear to be Traveler's abyssal mutt. Why, I am most offended. Such vitriol. From the mouth of a dear old lady, no less. You mistake me. I'm just so touched that a little lost dog would travel 1,000 miles to reunite with his mistress. It's enough to move Granny to tears. Well then, it's Papa. Let the mangy dog perform its trick. Wow. You have been taught how to sit, surely. Or do you need a treat or coax it out of you? I must admit, as a representative of the Abyss Order, I am slightly perturbed by your sudden change in attitude, Granny. So not a dog, but a scaredy cat instead? The Abyss Order can't possibly be full of cowards like you. No wonder they're stuck wallowing in mediocrity. Think not of my incompetence as something all my colleagues possess. I am, as you first said, merely a rat subject to the mockeries of others. Being cautious is how a rat survives, no? So, just be sure that I'm not about to walk into a trap. How about we make a deal, Granny? Papar, the employee who is the role playing a hero, is currently safe. Might exchange him for a safe passage to the Marchivari. As long as I can reach the Mar unhindered, I can guarantee that Papar will return to his friend, and all will be well. What do you think, dear Granny? What exactly do you want to do in the Marchivari? The elderly should know better than to hover over the shoulders of the youth, prying into all their personal secrets. Such flowery speech. It's a pity I can't be bothered to commit it to memory. However, you do best to remember every word I'm about to say. It seems a little unfair. Isn't this the duty of a grandson to listen to their granny? Keep those ears peeled, lest they peel them off your head. The throne behind me leads to a place none of us knows about. If you want to go there, you'd best become as compliant as a docile capybara. No vandalism, no hurting the flora. Find Traveler and Paimon and ensure their safety. Understood. I swear on Traveler's name to do as you say. You young people are always so keen on swearing oaths. As for an old-timer like me, I prefer a safer approach. I just need you to cooperate for a moment. What do you mean by cooperate? Oh boy. Hush, hush, my ready little grandson. This won't take long. It's Papa. Hold him down. She's gonna kick his ass. Oh, Enjo. What a very curious character we've met. What a very curious person. I tell you what, this is definitely one of the longer world quests that we've had in a little while. Especially when it comes to a side area. Oh, hello. Well, well, well. Where the heck are we? We just touched that stone thing and whoosh, now we're here. And Sit Lolly's nowhere to be seen. Oh, I see a chest. This place looks like the Night Kingdom. That it does. Lolly said she can sense the Night Kingdom's presence just now. Maybe this is why? Yeah, it seems like it's a part of it. We do have some spirits around the place. But why are there traces of the Abyss here? Did we get rid of them already? Maybe this isn't Natlin after all. It looks like Natlin, but it's not Natlin. It looks like the Night Kingdom, but there is no Wyob connection. And the Abyss is still around. Paimon's getting scared. I just thought of something. What is it? Sunhaj once cast a border spell. Maybe in the past? Huh? Are you talking about the mini Night Kingdom he summoned? Wouldn't that mean the Marchivari is right in front of us? Well, we won't know unless we look. Then let's be careful. That is definitely possible. So we are inside the Ganawa. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Very curious. so there are a few of these. And another chest. Currently in a special story mode, cannot complete this action. Yeah, so it won't show me where I am on the map.
Installation chamber deployed.
Yeah. And alright, let's see. Yeah, so I'd imagine we're probably going to do a little bit of traveling here. Oh, we just go straight to the... How do we get to the other ones then? Maybe back there then? Wait. Oh, I was going to say, I saw that. So that's how we get there then. That one disappears, so we go into that one. I'm betting that one goes over to there. And poof, I was right.
Defensive mode engaged. Ultimatum protocol.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
She's good. Ooh, 9,200. Nice. Oh, so that opens up a new one. And that one just goes right here.
Shower me with praise!
Installation chamber.
Not too bad.
Hear the echoes of the valley!
It's kind of nice to have two healers. So I pretty much get to use DPS for Rita. No, I don't think they will, Paimon. That doesn't exactly seem like the spirit leftovers of spirits, maybe. Whoa, hello. Oh, so that's why they're in between. Interesting. Pretty dangerous. Where, pray tell, does this go? Ooh, that's a new type of transition. I don't see anything. Still in the story mode area. Wow, okay. Baccanoa, maybe? Tell you what, this place actually does have that ambiance of spooky. Whoa. And there he is. Oh man. Welcome to Marjavari. Seems like we might be taking a little bit of damage. Okay. So if we go too far away...
The
Interesting.
show begins!
Whoops. I tell you what, the visual here, it's like, that's nuts. I don't have access to it though. Place looks pretty good though. You definitely have that desolation aspect down. And if you notice, there is no wind. So I believe we are at the actual location itself. Because I believe the other one was kind of like a simulation of the Marjavari. But there's like nothing going on here. What is up with that lettering? Traveler, Paimon? Hey, someone's calling for us. It sounds like Sitlali. I found you at last. Enjo? It's me, Sitlali. Oh, she possessed him. Oh, that's smart. Sitlali? Ahem. Well, long time no see, Traveler and Paimon. I have to admit, this isn't what I thought a reunion would look like. Oh, clever. He's gone back to being Enjo again. Hearing the voice of that old hag comes out of my youthful mouth is beyond mortifying. Shut up before I make you. Are you okay, Sitlali? I'm fine. My body's back in the main hall, but I used the spell to attach a part of my spirit to this fool's body. This way, I can put him to good use. Oh, clever. Whoa, Sitlali's amazing. Paimon can't believe she actually controls Enjo's body. Don't let her fool you. She's not that powerful. I'm only letting her do this because I cut a deal with her. A deal? So you sold your own body? In a partial, temporary, and limited transaction. One that allows me to ensure your safety and keep him from threatening us. Anyway, I'm glad you're safe, both of you. Here, this is Sanhaja's ritual sword. The Calamity of Ashu, yeah. I borrowed it from the chief before I set out for the Masters of the Nightwind. Since we don't know much about this area you're in, it's probably best to keep it close in hand, just in case. Wow, so this is what he used to summon the Night Kingdom? What a rare and precious treasure. I don't suppose it'd be a problem if I just touched it for a moment. In your dreams, we're holding on to this. So stingy. Don't you know that I was the one who found the relics used by Sanhaj to open up his passages? I didn't kick up a fuss when they fell neatly into your hands, did I? You could learn a thing or two from someone with my magnanimity, Paimon. Traveler, Paimon really wants to give this guy a good slap, but she doesn't want to accidentally end up hitting Sitlali. Slap away, it won't hurt me. Oh boy. Well, excuse me, I'm just a cleric. I've never hurt a soul. Is the crime of my wanting to come here and have a look around really deserving of such unjust violence? Yes. He's not wrong. Papara wasn't hurt. I checked. But we were tricked. He hurt our feelings. I fully sympathize, Paimon. I do. But as you can see, I now have an old hag bouncing around in my brain. If that isn't punishment enough, then I'm afraid you might as well just kill me. Well, sounds good to me. To you, Traveler, I thought a hero of your acclaim would say something in my defense, but here you stand poised to strike me down with a cold blade. Well, fine. I'll put in a good word for you. That's better. Now we're acting more like a team. Remember, Paimon, since when we were ever a team? This is a Marjavari. It's not like we have a choice. We've been in the same boat since the very start, and our enemies are the metaphorical sea and its storms. You all saw that scary creature just now, right? Although it was also my first time laying eyes on it, my wealth of wisdom tells me it was likely Bacchanal's permission. Yeah, not looking forward to that fight. If we don't deal with it, it'll eat us. If it eats us, it'll get stronger. If it gets stronger, it'll escape into Natlan and continue eating until there's nothing left. Bacchanal, that's the monster that Tenoch and the 6 heroes of ancient Natlan fought against. Wait, did they defeat it? You wish. The worst part about that beast is that it's even stronger. That has even stronger immortality than the rest of Gold's creations. Its permeation is no simple hummus or chalk. Wait. I know the reference for chalk is albedo. Who's the reference for hummus? Interesting. The power contained within was something that even Gold in the Abyss Order couldn't harness. A power that can corrupt even the passage of time. Venti also mentioned something about the contamination of time in the Marjavari. So this monster is the one behind it? Possibly. We did encounter a fair share of obstacles on the way here. Maybe because people were trying to keep Bacchanal from escaping through the seals? Is that why the Mar disappeared? Wait, we didn't break the seals by coming here, did we? Let's just assume that we're in a different time from Bacchanal for now. Then how are we going to get home? Our path is clear, Paimon. If the problem lies in Bacchanal's permission, then in the name of the Abyss Order, we must slay the beast. Why are you acting like a good guy all of a sudden? Pick a side and stick to it, will you? Perhaps if you were more well-read, you would understand. The new Tide Anthology states that principles are defined by their flexibility. Flexible principles are to be in principle flexible. In any case, the time has come for us to fight. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh boy. So this one is not going to be a fun enemy. And just to make it canon, where is that sword? Probably not going to like this because it's level 60. But we will get the attack and crit rate increase because we do have a shielder. So, let's use the sword. Wait. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh. Alright, so that's something else. I saw the thing on the bottom right. Alright, let's use the sword. What is that? Definitely curious. Yeah, defeat Bacchanal. Wow, he already aggroed. Yeah, this is going to be a really... it's going to be a fun fight. Yeah, level 104. Yeah, sorry, dude. Alright, so we do have... Well, I have some missions. We have access to that. We have something that can shield us from the abilities here, so let's wait for it again. So we pretty much have to use that. Okay. That's...
Strike a pose!
It's supposed to be something that helps, too. Why didn't it let me use that? There we go.
Shower me with praise!
There we go. Yeah, because we're supposed to do that a couple of times. We pretty much break the weakness points.
May I present?
Okay. Yeah, because other than that, we really don't have to do too much. That was close. I really wish they would get rid of that. Because it used to be instant. Am I supposed to be like underneath it? Okay.
The show.
Well, thankfully I have Farina heal. Okay, so there's definitely a bit of timing with it. Really annoying. Okay, so being underneath that doesn't really do anything. I'm gonna wait. There we go. Scared of that. Might have been too early. Alright, several attacks here. Just gonna see how it is. Okay. Oh, I wanted to attack him. I tell you what, though, being like a telegraphed fight, it's actually not that bad. Yeah, so it's similar to what's going on with Azdaha. He's essentially being resealed after every fight. So I believe they're probably doing the same thing with Bakanawa. Did we get rid of it? Woohoo, we're awesome. That's the biggest bad guy we've ever taken down. Yeah, he is definitely one of the largest monsters we've seen. Yeah, judging by the potency of the energy we just dealt with, that may have only been one piece of Bakanawa's body. But even if it's only one of many, I'm sure it will have left something useful behind. Let's see. Stop right there. You heard her, Enjo. Stay put. What's this now? Are your companions naught but arrows in your quiver, fit only to be strung shot and then abandoned? Traveler, remind me, who was it who dealt the crucial blow to Bakanawa just now? Is this how you treat the backbone of your team? Backbone? Keep dreaming. What exactly are you after? All that is unknown etches itself into the desires of my soul. The corpse of Bakanawa may be laden with ancient treasures once devoured. Surely such artifacts would be priceless. Try harder. You've been hunting for clues about the Mora Javari since Traveler's arrival in Natlin. There's no way your end goal is something so vague. You can't lie your way out of this one, Enjo. What secrets are you hiding? We're not giving up until you spill the beans. Lie? Why, I'm not lying at all. But since you insist, I'll grace you with a story. Many years ago, there existed a kingdom in a broken land. The king was wise and powerful. He loved his people and was beloved by them. Later, when a powerful enemy attacked the kingdom, The king sacrificed his life to save it. Upon his death, his most steadfast follower succeeded him. Yet evil still lurked in the shadows, its creeping corruption poisoning the new king. Once more, the kingdom was plunged into torment. Civil war broke out across the kingdom, splitting it into factions. The wicked king was slain, and his people were exiled from the land. These exiles split into two different groups. One chosen to accept their exile and abandoned their homeland forever. The other group refused to leave until they were allowed to settle down elsewhere, albeit in the most barren and remote part of their nation. They lived in neglect for millennia until darkness returned once more. The kingdom was still divided, and these exiles were the first to raise their weapons. Although they were destitute, not a single one of them retreated or fled. With the same stubborn spirit that bade them never abandon their homeland all those years ago, they fought and died until, at last, only one remained. You're not going to tell us that survivor is you. Seems like eating too many slimes really can make someone a dullard. Paimon was just guessing. Where'd you get off being so mean? In any case, that man's name was Tenoch. The lost settlement was known as Tenochtzitoc. Its people were warriors who wielded the power of Animo. Some people named the place where their bones were buried the Windless Land. While their brothers and sisters, who 500 years before departed from their homeland, headed to the true land of wind, there they were known by another name, the Muratons. What? However, that's a story for another day. Does this mean you're one of these Muraton people? Really? Is he lying against it, Lovely? Don't shout so loudly, or you'll kill off all dear traveler's brain cells. As for your beloved Granny Itzley, she can no longer respond to you. What did you do to her? Nothing of consequence. I merely drove her away. Stories all have a purpose, and I thank you for taking the time to listen to this one, as it has allowed me to familiarize myself with some of Bacchanal's powers. Oh boy. From now on, that old hag shan't be bothering us anymore. You sneaky, lying, scheming, evil abyss rat. Flexible principles, Paimon, flexible principles. See, that is where your problem lies. You never listen to what others have to say. Who exactly are you, and what's your objective? Traveler, I have seen the glory of Vignigar's parish, buried beneath the snow. I have witnessed the sun children dancing on their white night, and beheld the magnificence of Gurubad. Wow, these are some crazy places, holy cow. So, just let Vignigar... I can't pronounce it. The first one is Dragonspine. The second one, White Knight, is Enkanomiya. And Gurubad, that is below the Oasis in Sumeru, I think. I have touched the vessels of flesh and blood in the Moshiri ceremonial site, the broken Colosseum of Romeria, and brushed my fingers across the soiled colors of the murals in the Kukuk's Tower. Wow, he's been to a lot of crazy places. I know how Mondstadt's old aristocracy was overthrown, how the people of Liwa began the great migration to the Guli Assembly, and how the loyalists of Orboxy fought against the disciples of Narukam. Okay, hello. I even know how the people of the Tenochtzitoc fared in battle, and how the Muratons left for a distant land. But none of these places in my memory belong to me. They're like shooting stars, merely flitting across my sky with a spark, and then fading away into nothing. Traveler, Paimon, I serve the Abyss Order, but the Order is not my home. What about you two? Where is your home? So you cannot answer that. Or perhaps you do not wish to answer. Very well. I'll be heading deeper to continue my investigation. Maybe we shall never see each other again. Man, this dude, I swear. Yeah, we gotta get out of here. But know this, traveler, without the power of Bakunawa, you will never be able to enter the true Marjavari. Allow me to leave you a final parting gift. Okay, so this isn't even the real one. A flower. What is this? This is a flower that blooms in flames. Until the day that the fires turn me into ashes, you shall see the glowing embers of this flower shining through the dark smoke. Hey, you're called Enjo, right? If you find any secrets, remember to come back and tell us. Or at least give us your name. Your real name. Granny Itzley? Why, I swore I had driven you away. Me, by the likes of you? Pfft. Granny just wanted to see if you had any other parlor tricks up your sleeves. So that's how it is. Granny will always be Granny. I apologize for my hubris. If that day does come, I promise I will. And with that, I bid you farewell, you monuments on my journey, until we meet again. If that truly is a homeland I had forgotten, could it be within this realm of smoldering, shattered time? Holy shit, the places this person has seen. Wow. This guy also has to be related to Istaroth, I swear, because that would be the only real explanation of this so-called Enjo character, because he's played in many different places like this. Man, this dude, I swear, they wrote this character really well. You're back. Are you both alright? Yeah, we're okay. That's a relief. I couldn't see what Enjo was up to. Ugh, unreadable to the very end. Now that I think about it, when Enjo was hiding inside Tenoyo, I don't think he was able to enter this place. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to see him again. But he knew you would come, and he planned to use you. Naturally, he was certain he would somehow find a way. But he didn't bet on Sitlali showing up, which threw a wrench into his works. We always knew this guy wasn't like the other Abyss Order goons. But Paimon never thought he'd have so many secrets, and asking him for answers only left us with more questions, just like this place. I'll check with Mawiko. I have a feeling she'll know something about this place. I let Sitlalin scout the area, and it found a stone tablet behind the temple. It just so happens that there were some names written on it. Names? Some of them have been eroded beyond recognition, while others are barely legible. They are the names of the former Pyro Archons. Okay. Huh? I have an inkling this place may have been put together by the Pyro Archons 500 years ago. They must have made it to deal with, or at least temporarily contain, Bakunawa. That's what it seems like. But the exact methods they used are still a mystery. Anyway, I'd appreciate it if you don't tell anyone else about this. For now, at least. Then, can we keep looking around this place? Of course, but you shouldn't stray too deep, especially you, traveler. Got that? The spirit trace I left on Enjo seems to have been consumed by a strange power. Whatever's wrong with the Marjavari, we're definitely not equipped to handle it right now. I need some time to look into all of this. Of course, if I learn anything useful, you'll be the first to hear about it. Is there anything else you'd like to know? How's the employee who was acting up earlier? Papar? Oh, he's fine. Enjo told me that he had previously disguised himself as a tourist and adopted the name Haide? Wait. He then approached Papar, and the two of them really hit it off. In the end, Enjo felt Papar enough affamid to knock out a Tatonkosaurus. He's probably still snoozing it off in the corner of Tete Island somewhere. Classic Enjo, yeah. I should really be heading home for a senior citizen like myself. Okay. Don't forget your walker. Like, this incursion has been a headache and a half. Thank you, so Ollie. I didn't ask for anyone, thanks. But, well, if you really want to express your gratitude, remember to come and visit your granny more often, okay? Oh, wow. Man, this one was nuts. Yeah, and I did remember the chest that was mentioned back here. I tell you what, the lore that is behind Enjo, it is crazy.
Is this an answer from this world?
Yeah, I can definitely guarantee you we're going to see him again. I'm probably going to have to find another time to explore this place. I am curious as to where we are now. Fall asleep and wake up to a bombshell. Yeah, I'd say to summarize it up, it turns out that Enjo has ties to a lot of different places. From Mondstadt, Dragonspine, Liwa, Inazuma, Shenyu Vale, Fontaine, Natlan, Sumeru, Ankonomiya. Places we probably haven't even been to yet. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
A reward on the road.
Do you want to check back here, though? Doesn't exactly show us on the map. It just shows, like, underneath. Because what I'm thinking, some places like this we can get back to, but sometimes we can't, so I kind of want to explore a little bit, see if we find anything. Yeah, there were definitely some things to past places that we have gone to. Badly damaged when worn booklet with only a few words still eligible. Seal the borders, contain the mark of Ari, not a task for just one generation. My time runs short. Put my thoughts in the sacred flame. Remember, you follow. Koshina. Koshinina. Stone tablets. Bakanawa's revival. Before the return, must block the Mandragari. Hold back the Black Tide. If I fail and fall, let those who come after Glahari. I wonder if these. I'm betting these are names of other Pyro Archons, because that was mentioned. But it has a faint name that can still be seen at the bottom. What's the name? Ah, it doesn't show us. Very, very curious. No name on that one. What about you, tablet? Same thing. Yeah, so I'm betting these are different. Oh, third one. Oh, here we go. Kyongozi has been gone for over a decade. Great victory. Built a shrine, honor the fallen. Alright, task complete. Now I sang Hisaja. Very curious place. Yeah, I am very curious if I can come back. Chief of the Mines, Jata. Menelek. Yeah, so some of these names we have heard before. To the giant Tupac. Yeah, because these were the ones that helped out with the other 6, the current 6 heroes. The young Burkina. Yeah, and it turns out we had one of them. I am kind of curious though, because that was an event that we had gotten this from. I'm betting they probably set it up for those that actually missed that event. Sit Lolly probably had this on hand anyway. Yeah, definitely a lot of questions. I'd say the biggest question is who exactly is Enjo? Because it is definitely one character that has been behind the scenes for a very long time. Wanjiro. Yeah, definitely one of the more curious NPCs we've had in this game so far. I mean, we've had some good ones, but Enjo, he just keeps on popping up. We could just go back in. Okay. Let's go fight Bacchanal again. Screw it. I tell you what, though. Now that we have seen Bacchanal, I remember seeing this dude. Yeah, now that I can talk about it because this guy's here. I remember seeing this dude for the first time. Holy cow, he was huge. Definitely one of the biggest, and annoying, yeah. Um, yeah, definitely one of the more curious monsters that we've come up against. And it's definitely interesting how they did the fight, but it does make sense because he's like huge and, you know, come to find out he is immortal, so it kind of makes sense that the fight is like telegraphed. I think the barrier right here is also pretty interesting too, because we don't find too many places like that. Yeah, those guys are definitely dangerous. Yeah, so I guess it turns out this isn't exactly the Marjavari, but probably a piece of it, maybe. And the guy that follows us is we move nation to nation, but I think that's the doctor. Yeah, I believe it's... Yeah, Dotor. Yeah, definitely a lot of curious people that we've run into. I would definitely say Enjo is up there. Because, yeah, for example, we know who Dotor is. He's part of the Fatui. With Enjo, he's kind of in the background, and he just knows everything, which is really, really strange. Yeah, definitely a crazy place. Yeah, because I was thinking, because I had known about this guy for a little while. I wasn't sure where they were going to tie him in. I was thinking it would be somewhere in Nod Cry. I didn't expect it. From the post Hoyo put out there, 2 Marjapari. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Because this is probably either one of them, or at the very least, like an after image of the place itself. Because we could definitely see more of the influence, because there is like no wind. Compared to the other one, that was kind of more like a special one for Bennett. But this one is definitely closer to the actual place itself. I wonder if we'll get a prompt if we get anywhere closer. Yeah, definitely one of the bigger dudes we've encountered. I don't see anything. And he does show up. Yeah, I am curious if we have to deal with him again. Because some of the other, like Ozdaha, that's kind of different because that Ozdaha did have a story. For everybody else, Ozdaha is the Liwa Dragon Sovereign. But because he's so old, he kind of eroded to the point where he's not exactly mentally stable anymore, so that's why he's a boss. Yeah, but this one definitely is different. Yeah, will be interesting if we actually interact with this guy again.